The Rugrats really were a figment of Angelica's demonic and unimaginable imagination. Chucky died in 1986, along with his mother. That's why Chaz is a nervous wreck all the time. Tommy was born in 1988, but he was stillborn. That's why Stu is consistently in the basement making toys for the son, who never had a chance to live. The DeVilles had an abortion in 1990s. Angelica couldn't figure whether it's a would be a boy or a girl, thus creating the twins. As for the all grown up, the teenage Angelica become addicted to vicious narcotics, which further aggressive, aggressive, gravitated her schizophrenic, bringing her back to her childhood and thus the creation she obsessed over. Because of the time lapse between the present and the last time she interacted with her creations, she made them older. Angelica was consistently taking hits of acid, so she would never have to live without her creations, who were her only company. In a geometrical world, Angelica's mother actually died of a heroin overdose in 1982, just after Angelica was born. And Dew, in his depression, married a gold digging whore that Angelica idolized because she's fooled herself into thinking it was her real mother, but always had a concept of her mom, Cynthia, and took the Barbie doll and made it after her mom's image. Wearing an unwashed orange dress and having jacked up hair, which is why she was so attracted to it. Later in life, she followed in her mom's footsteps with drugs and everything, dying of an OD at age 13 when All Grown Up was cancelled. The only Rugrats not to be fictional, however, was unborn Tommy's brother Dill. However, Angelica didn't know the difference between Dill and her creations. Although Dill didn't follow her commands. After endless crying, it refused to disappear like the others did when Angelica was angry at them. She hit them. Due to his Due to this, he sustained a brain hemorrhage, which resulted in deformation. As he grew up, his damage only becomes more evident by the time when he was 9 and all grown up. He lived as an outcast, being ridiculed for his weirdness and retardation. The immense guilt over this is what led Angelica to her drug use, and this what led Angelica to uncreate the Rugrats briefly until her experience with an Halluminexcus. On a trip to Paris to find love, Chaz married a woman named Kira. He was actually going to marry a different woman named Coco, but she just won him for his money, who had a daughter named Kimi, who was torn from her because she was a cocaine addict. Angelica imagined her from Kira's story. He lost his mind after the death of his wife and was in denial that she was ever a prostitute. Upon return to America, Chaz and Kira are married, and she got her green card. It was actually a really happy and romantic story. Kira continually struggled with the addiction, but was reverently happy with her life at Chaz. Susie was actually Angelica's only friend, who entertained the thoughts of Angelica's creation for her sake. Angelica spent the last days of her life in the back of a school cafeteria, imagining friends around her and playing with the life with the lives of her